Hello and welcome to BP311's Weekday Sports Picks. I am BP311. Going to get into the picks real soon. Got kind of an in-depth recap to go over from the weekend. First, this is for April 25th, 2022. Got the stash out of my lips. Still got to get a full shave, but I'll get time. Drinking my vegetables right now. I had the picks last night. Thought about coming on live. Luckily, the numbers didn't get any worse. One of them actually got better for you if you like them. So let's get into the recap first. We did our third episode of This Week in Sports Betting. If you haven't checked it out, it was on Saturday with BP311 and TJ Saltdog. I know that the games have already happened now, but, if you got some time, I would appreciate it if you go and give it a check out, give it a watch, give it a like, maybe hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Welcome in. I've got some picks for you on Monday, but let's do the Saturday, Sunday stuff first. I did the recap for Friday's picks on This Week in Sports Betting, 3 on Saturday. So more entertaining stuff coming up the pipeline for that, the weekly program where we go over a lot of different sports. I did cover USFL, NBA, MLB. We talked a little bit of golf, CFL, definitely in-depth dive to the NHL, and Terry went over the NBA picks. I had one as well. Rough weekend on the ice for me. I broke down every game in the NHL. I gave you 3 leans, went 2-1 there. I gave you 5 ideas, went 3-2 there. And I gave you 4 picks, and unfortunately went 0-4 in the picks. The ideas hurt me on parlays. The picks hurt me straight 2-3 unit plays like I do for public picks. Try to get better here. We've just got 5 more days here before the NHL regular season ends. We roll into the playoffs. So there may or may not be a show on Saturday this week in sports betting. It's up in the air right now. It's basically going to depend on a couple of things. A, my schedule with stuff that I've got going on Saturday, and B, if we're going to have guests or not. Monday, we will have a guest. His name's Corey. He's from the Wagers Lounge Discord channel, and he knows a lot about the NHL. We're going to be able to, bounce ideas back and forth off each other and go over NHL round 1 game 1s for Monday and Tuesday, the first round series matchups, as well as some futures for the Stanley Cup winner. It's going to be an exciting show. We'll do that next Monday. I believe it'll be 3 p.m., but I'll give you an official word on that late in the week, as well as whether or not there will be a Saturday show on top of that. There may be 2 this week in sports betting within 3 days. May just be the one on Monday. Jury's still out there. Picks over the weekend, 3-4 altogether for Saturday and Sunday, 3-1 like I had said before on Friday. I'll go over those just in case you missed the show. I would like you to go back and watch it. But 3-1 on Friday, not a bad day. Lost in baseball, had the Marlins. Braves beat them 3-0. In the NHL, I had the Kraken and Wild over 6. It was 6-3 Wild. I had the Bucks minus 2.5 against the Bulls. They win 111-81, and the Suns minus 1, and the Suns get the job done 114-111 against the Pelicans. That was my Friday. Saturday was the majority of my weekend picks as far as Saturday or Sunday. I only had 1 for Sunday. Like I said, 0-4 in the NHL. I had the Islanders minus 1.5 against the Sabres. Sabres upset them outright 5-3. I had the Rangers money line against the Bruins. Bruins beat them 3-1. I had the Kraken Stars over 6 goals, 3-2 Dallas. Only 5 goals there. Hey, Terry, thanks for being here. Appreciate you. And then finally, the Blues minus 1.5. They did get the job done, but they did it in overtime in a 5-4 victory against the Coyotes. So no goals, no goals on the ice as far as wins over the weekend. So we're going to try to get better there. I did win my basketball, my baseball, and my football pick. So I had the Dallas Mavericks plus 6. They lost 102-99 to the Jazz, but they covered the spread. I had the Brewers. I thought that it didn't make sense why they were underdogs on Saturday against the Phillies. They get it done. 5-3 win there. And then on Sunday in the USFL, the New Orleans Breakers, looking at 2 1-0 teams with the Tampa Bay and New Orleans, 1-2 in the power rankings with Tampa number 1, and that's why they were favored. I took the Breakers. They dominated 34-3. So a 3-4 Saturday and Sunday. Trying to get back, well over 500 here. So let's roll into the Monday picks. Right now, I'm going to give you 2 in Major League Baseball, 1 in the NHL, and 1 in the NBA. My April right now, 37, 32, and 1. My all-time 155, 142, and 5. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Again, these are the picks for Monday, April 25th, 2022. In Major League Baseball, I've got 2 underdogs for you. 2 teams that I like to bet on, 2 teams that I like their bats. I think that they can hit. I think that they can get victories based on their bats, and, especially for Colorado. So I like the Rockies here in this spot, plus 165 money line. I grabbed that at Caesars last night. Right now, you can still grab the same line over at Bet Rivers. They're taking on the Phillies. The Rockies are 9-5. Phillies are 6-9. Games on 645 NBC Sports. I like the Rockies here. I understand Kyle Freeland had a rough start this season. 7.71 ERA is not good at all. It's atrocious. He's facing Kyle Gibson with a 3.57 ERA. The battle of the Kyles. Look, I think the Rockies have the better bats, and I think the Rockies are going to win based on that. So big money line dog for the Rockies, and that's where I'm rolling in my first pick in Major League Baseball. Second pick, this may not surprise many people. When I see the Cardinals as an underdog, I like to jump on it. But I have a reason behind it, and it's similar to the Rockies deal. I think the Cardinals have better bats than the Mets. Cardinals are at home facing the Mets tonight, 7:45 on MLB Network. I took the Cardinals plus 125 at Caesars last night. The line's even better if you like it. Plus 145 over at DraftKings right now. I understand Max Scherzer is pitching for the Mets. I understand how good he is. He used to play in Detroit. I know all about Max Scherzer, and oftentimes I kind of root for the guy, but not in a Mets uniform. Can't do it. Won't do it. Scherzer's got a 2.5 ERA, and Miles McCollis with a 1.76 ERA. So, look, I mean, if you base it just on that, what they've done so far this season, McCollis with the better ERA. Is he the better pitcher? Probably not, but by numbers-wise right now, it looks like he is. I really do believe the Cardinals have the better, stronger bats, and that'll lead them to victory today. So the Cardinals money line, plus money there, plus 145 when you get it now over at DraftKings. Against the Mets is pick number 2 in Major League Baseball. Recap them all at the end. We're going to roll on, skate on to the ice, I guess. Terry says, Wainwright screwed me last night. No more Cardinals for me. Well, Wainwright is the ace, man, but kind of like the Avalanche, nobody can be the be-all, end-all all the time. So I'm going to keep riding Cardinals all year. Every time I see them at a plus money, I'm probably going to take it. When they're favorites, depending on situations, I may consider a run line. When it's a pick 'em like it was when we talked about it on Saturday, I just stayed away. I believe they won that game, though. So I'm loving what the Cardinals are doing, and they're looking pretty strong early in the season here. And I don't know why, but I didn't write down these records, and I normally do. Let me get a second here. Cards are 9-4. Mets are 11-5. So there you go with that. And now I'm going to skate onto the ice. There's only one game tonight in the NHL. It's the last week of regular season play. Season ends officially actually on Saturday because I got a makeup game between Seattle and Winnipeg on Saturday, and the last NHL regular season game with 2 teams that I believe are not going to make the playoffs. Let me look. The Jets, the Jets are out, and the Kraken were out. But so those 2 teams will play their last game in the NHL's last regular season game and a makeup on Saturday. There was an issue in Seattle, I think, and the game got postponed for weather or something crazy way back when. So, but most of the teams will end their regular season on Friday, and the playoffs will officially begin on Monday, May 2nd. So we will have a This Week in Sports Betting show for that. Like I said before, and I don't know how much me and Terry have talked about this, but the Saturday show is kind of up in the air right now. I got some other stuff going on, but I might be able to do it. It's just a matter of, can we get the guests that we're looking to get, or any guests at all? And it's going two long weekly shows in 3 days. Jury's out. I'm still kind of deciding on that and kind of figuring out what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. Anyway, NHL, only one game tonight. The 25, 43, and 11, last place in the Metro Division, Philadelphia Flyers are visiting the 26, 42, and 11, second to last in the Central Chicago Blackhawks tonight. I grabbed this thing at under 6.5 goals. I know, an under for BP311. Well, in this game, yes, I like the under here. I don't trust either of these teams to score goals. I understand that they're not good, so they don't have the best goaltending. They don't have the best defense. Who knows? Maybe they will score goals. I jumped on the under 6.5 last night at -115 over at Caesars, but the line is much better now. Sounds like people are betting on the over here. So I still like to fade the public and go against that. I still like the under 6.5, and you can get it +100 over at DraftKings. Couple numbers on these teams. The Flyers are 1-5 of their last 5 games hitting overs. They're 19th in the league this season, hitting 53.2%, while the Blackhawks have hit 4 of their last 5 overs. They're 12th in the season in doing so at 55.1%. My mistake. Should have put the phone on silent. Rolling on into the NBA now. Terry's bread and butter. I don't know what he's got going on tonight, but if he does put a show out, make sure you go check out TJ Salt Dog on YouTube. Like, comment, share, and subscribe over there, as well as here, as well as please check out the rerun from Saturday for episode 3 of This Week in Sports Betting, where we did a deep dive of the NHL, NBA. We also touched on the MLB, USFL, CFL, and golf, believe it or not. There's a few games tonight. Since I got you live, Terry, I'm not going to touch the Nets and the Celtics. Not a chance in the world. Nets are favored by 1 at home in Game 4 in an elimination game as they're down 3-0, however you want to put that. And just to let everybody know, if you can see the hats, I got the Kraken hat and I got the Clover hat. It's not for the Celtics. It's for Notre Dame. And I'm an Irishman, but I hate the Celtics. But they're going to win the series. It's pretty obvious. They have a really good defense, and flashy scoring players haven't really worked out for Brooklyn. Whether they finish it out tonight in Brooklyn or they take it back to Boston for Game 5, I have no idea. I don't even have a lean on that game. After the Nets burned me twice in Games 1 and 2, I just don't have a feeling there. Same thing with Nuggets and Warriors, which is not on tonight, but the Nuggets did finally win a game in Game 4 to extend the series, but they're not winning the series, even though I bet on them to win the series, and I bet on them in both first 2 games. Those 2 series I'm just out on. The only thing I'll do with them is player props at this point. That's it. And tonight, I don't know if I would even do that with the Nets and the Celtics myself personally. I have to lay off this game altogether. Gun to my head, Nets, but I'm not putting any money on it. Not anymore. And the other game tonight, there's 3, but the other one that I'm not touching is the Raptors and the 76ers. And Philly's favored by 7.5 points, and the Raptors found a way to get a victory in the last game as well. So they're still alive in the series. We back in Philly now? Back in Philly. So I would say that the Philadelphia 76ers will likely end the series tonight. I don't trust them to cover that 7.5 point or 8 point spread. I have the Raptors on a 40-1 to win the series, even though I really don't think it's going to happen. But if I had to lean on that one, I'd give you Raptors +8, take the points. Here's my pick tonight. I'm going to roll the Dallas Mavericks all the way through this series, as I have them to win the series. Won some money on a live bet in Game 2 when they were down and came back and won with Brunson's 41-point performance. They should have won Game 3. I really believe that. Luka put up 30 points or something like that in a return. I don't know if the mesh was as great because he just got back and those guys are so used to playing without him for a minute there. But he's put up his numbers, so I think it took away a little bit from Brunson and what he's able to do. Hopefully that they've got the issues worked out. They can mesh back together as a team tonight, even more so than they did in Game 3. Hit the big shots down the stretch. I'm riding the Mavs all the way through the first round for sure, and potentially even into the second round, depending on the status of Mr. Devin Booker. I got the Mavs tonight -2.5. It's Game 4. Jazz are up 2-1. It's in Dallas. 9:30 on TNT. I grabbed it -115. That's the consensus. I grabbed it at MGM because last night when I was looking at these lines, MGM was the only place that had it at 2.5. Everybody else had it at 3. So I was thinking that I was getting the best line, and it's the line that's still out now. The thing is, the 2.5 didn't go away. It actually became more prevalent at more books now. So you can get that 2.5 on Dallas if you like it almost anywhere, -115. Maybe if you can find it at -110, even better value. Shop around, check your Action Network or your bet odds tracker for that. 15 minutes is a bit of a long show. I didn't get any any thoughts there from Terry on what he's taken tonight in the NBA? Maybe he'll give you a show and give you his picks and his numbers if he's got anything that he's really liking tonight in the NBA playoffs for round one. With that being said, I'll do a quick recap and get out of here. Major League Baseball got the Colorado Rockies money line plus 165 against the Philadelphia Phillies. That one's 645 on NBC Sports. Also in Major League Baseball, St. Louis Cardinals at home bringing in the New York Mets. Their money line plus 145 right now over at DraftKings. Games at 7:45 on MLB Network. And if we roll back into the NHL, 8 o'clock, ESPN Plus, you're going to have the Philadelphia Flyers and the Chicago Blackhawks. I would take that under 6.5. You can get it right now, plus 100 over at DraftKings. And finally, in the NBA, I can take the Dallas Mavericks at home in Game 4 to even the series and cover minus 2.5 against the Utah Jazz. 9:30 p.m. on TNT. 16 plus minutes. I got to get out of here. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I will keep up with the programming notes throughout the week. When I know if there will be a show on Saturday for This Week in Sports Betting or not, I will let you know. There will definitely be one replacing the Weekday Sports Picks show next Monday. I'm thinking 3 p.m. I'll give you an official time when I have it. In the meantime, like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out Terry. Check out Johnny Hahn, Bo Dunn Wins, T-Mac. Check out all those boys who are giving out great sports picks and great winning bets. Keep it profitable, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. And we may have a big guest on Saturday.